Hey guys, Jimmy Graham here with Able Shepherd. In this video, we're going to do a brief overview of the POP class, or the POP, Protecting Our People. In this class, we're going to lay the foundation for everything tactical. The skills you learn here aren't going to go away. We're going to lay down a foundation and continue to build all the way to advanced training. This class starts off primarily with an overview of how we got here, a little bit of the history and the credibility of what we teach. I didn't make this up in my basement yesterday. This has been years and years and years of elite level training that we've kind of squeezed and pulled out the pieces of those principles that are applicable to everyone who has someone that they care about that they wish to defend. After that brief presentation, we step into the other room and then training begins. For the next 3 hours approximately, we're going to start literally from the ground up. How do you stand in a protective posture that would actually protect your knees while being both for fighting, both for shooting, and for recoil management? So all that stuff has to blend together when we're talking tactics. So we're going to spend a little time on how do you stand defensively, how do you move forward, back, left, and right. And then we're going to shift to our upper body. How do you defend your upper body? A lot of times they say this: if you're carrying a firearm, you need to be able to defend it. So before you go into CHP, potentially and ideally, you want to learn how to defend yourself, at least a basic level of self-defense, because if somebody, say, hits me and knocks me out, this isn't my gun anymore. They're going to take it away. So you need to at least understand the basics of this is yours and you need to defend it. How do you stand in a way that's going to protect your lower body and keep you mobile for both fighting physically and recoil management for shooting? Then we're going to go to your upper body and talk about how do you use your upper body guard to defend your upper body. Say it this way: if you're carrying a firearm, you need to be able to defend it. So you need to know a couple principles that are going to help you defend yourself while legally carrying a firearm concealed. In my opinion, that should happen before your concealed handgun permit class, and many people skip that. After that, we're going to go offensive and talk about offensively, how do you strike? Some of the things we focus on are striking with an open hand or that heel strike. Some of the weakest parts of your strikes, when you're striking utilizing your whole body, that's almost too much energy to put on this joint, your wrist, when it's bent. And many of us have damaged our hands. These tiny bones aren't strong enough to withstand that kind of force. So our objective is to neutralize the threat while not harming ourselves. So many of us hit things and damaged our hands, and that wasn't the objective. So we're going to introduce that. Then we're going to go into basic safety and marksmanship with a handgun. So we always have time for safety. We're going to take time to just slow everything down and explain to you 3 basic safety rules that you're going to hear over and over again throughout the program. That's muzzle discipline, finger discipline, and pass-through potential. Embedding these into your training are going to make sure that you're not that person that has some kind of accident with a firearm. Once we cover the safety, we're going to put a blue gun. They call these blue guns. It's a blue piece of plastic. And we're going to ease you into 7 fundamentals of marksmanship. Those are, briefly, posture, grip, breathing, sight alignment, sight picture, trigger control, and follow through. Then teach you how to safely holster without aiming at your hand, or we call it flagging your hand. So that's just a place to get started with the tactical foundation, and we're going to wrap all that up by putting you in a scenario where you're actually going to engage live people. I know that sounds a little intimidating, but it's a lot of fun. One of my favorite parts of all these classes is when everybody's done and we're giggling and we're talking about maybe some mistakes or things we did well, but after that experience, the whole conversation changes. And then honest mistakes. Again, this is a training center. This is a place to safely make mistakes. Then we continue that conversation of how to improve your baseline. I don't care about his baseline or her baseline. Your baseline, our guarantee is that we're going to make you better. So we look forward to seeing you in the POP. Till we see you there, God bless you guys. Take care of one another.